human trafficking is not just an international issue. These horrible crimes are happening right here in our own backyard.
And we've talked about it all around the world. But tonight, sex trafficking, something happening right here at home.
Human trafficking is a relatively new phenomenon, even though slavery is as old as the ages.
Human trafficking is the fastest growing illegal business in the world.
Human trafficking is extremely profitable. It's so profitable that we're seeing some drug traffickers get out of drug trafficking and into human trafficking.
And that's where people get confused about this is her choice, because he asked me to leave and I really did not. At 12 years old, I had nowhere to go. I thought I was gonna die. I thought he would kill me, and I didn't care. That was the really sad thing. I really didn't care because I didn't think anybody cared about me. At that point in my life, I had been in and out of juvenile hall, in and out of group homes. I did not think anybody loved me anymore.
The reality is, after a while, that you realize that you don't have any value anymore. You lose your value. You lose your worth.
I think one of the main misconceptions people have about human trafficking is that the women that are involved in it have chosen this profession. They've decided they want to be prostitutes. They don't realize and look beneath the surface and see that the most vulnerable amongst us are children that are 11 to 14 that are approached by pimps within 48 hours of being a runaway.
And that's why the concept of a living situation is so critical to the advancement of anti-trafficking efforts in Michigan.
A place of refuge, really, a sanctuary, exactly why we named it Sanctum House. A sanctuary for women to be able to heal and recover from the torments and the devastation of what their lives were. I know for myself, I was a heroin addict. I found myself in harm's way more times than I care to admit. And the reality is, now that I've delved into this industry and I know what it is, there wasn't a moment in time that I could not have woken up chained to a radiator someplace. Now that's real. And I'm somebody's mother, and I'm somebody's grandmother, and I'm somebody's child. There are women that I can help, and I know that. And there's a population out there that needs people, not just me. I can't do this by myself. I need people to support me. And I need people to be the wind beneath my wings. That's really what I need. And that's what I'm asking for.
This house is incredibly important, not only because it's a real strong first, but it also is that it could be achieved with an awful lot of help from an awful lot of folks.
One of the first programs in southeastern Michigan that is in residence for women. So Sanctum House remaining open is vital because we need to continue to be a place of refuge where women can come and get their independence back, get their power back, take their lives back, and go on to live the lives that they've dreamed and imagined for themselves.
When I started inquiring about a place like this was the only one that I found in the state of Michigan, and there was not much out there. This was about it. A lot of people don't know about human trafficking, so they're not equipped to deal with it. And everything about this place is equipped for that. They teach you how to build your life over again.
There are not a lot of houses out there that are as equipped and qualified and full of the kind of love that we have. I know who we are, and I know the women that we serve. And when they look at me and say, I don't know what I would have done if you weren't here when I needed you, I don't know where I would have been. When I got to Sanctum House, it was almost too good to be true. I remember walking through the house and I was like, this is unreal. The home is beautiful. The love is constant. Each bed here offers a woman the opportunity to leave a life behind that she was
taught to make that she wasn't worth anything, and they begin to believe it. They don't deserve love. They don't deserve a safe place. So every bed here offers a woman the chance to learn what it's like to feel safe, that people are here to help them, and there's nothing that they need to give back.
It's a program that's duplicatable anywhere in the country, be it rural, suburban, in the city. It doesn't matter. We will be able to house women that want to escape, want to get out of the life, and know that they have a safe place that will in fact help them transform from what they were doing to what they want to do for themselves.
My life has changed. I am not the person that walked through Sanctum House doors.
Sanctum House was the best decision that I ever made.
The A.A. Van Elslander Foundation learned about and became involved with Sanctum House through our founder, Art Van Elslander. And when he learned of the incredible underserved need that exists for survivors of human trafficking, he was just incredibly moved. We were so proud to be among the very first supporters. We believed in their mission and what they could accomplish.
It's a natural fit between the Sisters of Mercy and Sanctum House.
Sister Charlotte found our house, so we are forever grateful.
Sanctum House was born out of a dream. Sisters of Mercy were born out of a dream to help women.
This was something that we were aware of locally and nationally. There was a huge need for a shelter for adult women. There was legislation that was being passed, things were happening to benefit victims of human trafficking, but there weren't the shelters available. And by being a part of the task force, we would hear from the law enforcement members. We went, we did the bust, we had nowhere to take the victims. What Edie was doing, it was clear, it was so important. It had to be done, and it did.
My dream for the women that come through Sanctum House is that they will be able to have healthy lives that they're happy with. They're able to see how much they're worth, because we see it every day. For them to know how important they are, because they're just as important as anybody else.
Well, fast forward to when our first group of women graduate. It will be a remarkable day for them and for us. We'll have helped them find permanent housing. They'll be employed. They'll be financially self-sufficient. They'll own themselves. They'll own their lives. And they'll always be a member of our family. They'll always come back to help those that come behind them.
We've committed our lives to this. We'll keep doing it, but the ongoing support is necessary. But we are committed, and when we tell them that we're going to be here, we want to be here.
We're moving forward, and the vision is to get this to get to 2 years, so that we have one full cycle of success. And then once we have that one full cycle of success, then the vision always has been, and now even more so, is to see one house at a time in rural areas and suburban areas and farm areas, because this crime is everywhere. This crime is not just in poverty areas, and it's not just in fancy areas. And if we can open little sanctum houses, big sanctum houses all over the country, we will be doing something, because beds are needed